Time now for Diamond Demo, presented by Blast Motion. Harold Reynolds with a former #1 overall pick, Carlos Correa, talking defense.
All right, man. You got the golden hands working this year, huh? Picking it. I'm not want to jinx you. You can say, yeah, I'm picking it.
It's just, I took a lot of pride this year and trying to improve on my defense. I showed up in spring training, worked really hard on it, early work pretty much every single day, and so far it's paying off.
All right, so let's talk about some great stuff I see you doing. One, let's talk about your ready position. You know, when we're teaching young kids, everybody says, get in your ready position, they immediately go here. And the first thing you got to do when the ball's hit is you got to come up.
Yeah.
I'm watching you on video, and I'm breaking you down. You're here. Why?
Yeah, I don't want to be too low because, like you said, then I got to come up, and then it's not, you're losing time. You're losing 1 or 2 steps. I want to be here, and when the ball is hit, I want to get into an athletic position in order for me to react as soon as the ball is hit. For me, first step is key in order for you to make plays that are out of range. So those are the plays you got to make. Because the routine, the players are going to make it and stuff, but the out of range are the ones that get you excited, and that's what you work for.
I love it because that's the same thing I teach, starting up here and blast. But you're 6'4", I'm 5'11".
Yeah.
So for a big guy like you, how did you get yourself to where you really use your feet really good? How did you get to that point?
Well, it starts in the weight room. You know what I mean? Doing your squats, doing your agility drills here and there. For me, that's key. When I'm 6'4", 220, I want to move fast if I want to be a shortstop. So that's where I work on that. And then here on the field,
6'4",
reading off the bat.
You know what I could have done with 6'4", 220? Man, that's awesome. All right, so let me ask you the other thing that I see you doing a lot. One-hand fielding. Not 2 hands here, but 1 hand coming through. So tell me how you came up with that and what you're trying to do.
Well, Rich Dower, he was our first base coach 2 years ago. Well, last year he was with us, and he introduced me into the 1 hand, and I was not comfortable with it at first. But then I realized, I'm tall. 1 hand gives me a little more range. And then the ball's in between for me. If there's a ball in between, instead of 2 hands and not knowing if the ball's going to come up or stay down, I can just go 1 hand and make it a short hop, or I can go back and make it a long hop. You know what I mean? And I got comfortable with it, and now I just do it all the time, 1 hand.
So 1 hand and reading the hops. So how are you reading hops to you?
When the ball is hit at me, I don't want to stay in the same place. I never want to stay in the same place because then the ball might get me in between. So the ball is hit at me, I want to creep, I want to start moving. And then when I start reading the hops, like halfway towards me, that's when I start doing my move in order for me to get the good hop.
Get yourself an angle
in a good position to throw to first.
The other thing I've noticed you do such a great job of is set your feet. You move, you get the ball, and you set to throw, and then you throw a missile across the diamond. Is that because maybe you were charging and throwing off balance a lot and made some errors, but you really set up well?
Yeah, the runner's going to dictate what I'm going to do. So if it's a fast runner, I'm going to throw on the run. If it's a slower runner that I got time, I want to be able to catch it, set my feet, and make sure I make an accurate throw.
Yeah, I noticed on a ground ball Albert Pujols that hit you in the hole, you knew he's not getting down the line. You set up, and yes, the runner dictates that. But I loved how you set up and threw. Now, you can go both left and right and get rid of the ball. To the right, ridiculous. I mean, maybe we're the best. You get the ball, and then you only take like 1 step, and you're up and throwing.
Yeah,
Where'd that come from?
Yeah, I worked on it. I don't want to give up base hits, especially on days that I don't get any hits. I don't want anybody to get a hit.
All theirs.
So when there's a speedy runner going down the line, I want to catch it and just set and throw. You know what I mean? If I don't have a good grip, I just throw a 1-hopper. If I got a good grip, I throw it in the air.
Yeah, but you even do a little jump from that, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
When the momentum's going hard, it's a good way to stop you, and then you throw.
Yeah, I make sure when I'm going full speed, I catch it, and I release it as quick as possible, depending on the runner again.
You're picking it, man.
Thank you, brother.
All right, last question before we let you go. Sorry, Greg, I was going to let him go, but I can't. I got to ask him this. So tracking the ball from the pitcher, do you watch the ball the whole way, or are you watching the hitter?
Well, I'm watching the pitcher because sometimes, if they're using multiple signs, and now I can go to a mound and ask him what they're using because of the mound visit. So I want to look at his grip, know what he's going to throw, because that's really important. If he's going to throw off speed, pretty much the right-hander hitters are going to hit it to the hole. If he's going to throw a fastball away, they're going to hit it down the middle. So I want to see his grip, see what he's going to throw, and then when he starts throwing the ball, I look at the home plate, look for the contact, get ready to move.
Yeah, same here. That's interesting, though. So you may not know what the sign is, but you pick it up out of the glove.
Oh, absolutely.
Man, you're next level.
Thank you, brother.
Intelligence, just killing me. All right, that's it from here. Back to you.